Hi boys and girls, Miss Pickowitz here with your math lesson on Monday. So we are still working on the number 7, and when we get through with our beat game and going over our number poems and skywriting, we are going to work on this together. So go ahead and get it ready. This is 20 at the top. Yes, we did do one with beans already, but this one is for lesson 20. We're going to do that one together, and then this lesson 20 practice will be for you to work on during your independent time, or after we do this one if you want to at the end of the video. You'll be practicing your 7s, and you'll be filling in the missing numbers. So that's what we're going to work on. Just a moment. Lesson 20. Let's go ahead and play our beep game. So remember, I'm going to count, and instead of saying one of the numbers, I'm going to say beep. And then when I say beep, I want you to hold up the fingers and show your adult what number I did not say, what number beep was replacing. So you'll be super good listeners. Ready? Beep 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Yes. I did not say the number 1. 1, 2, 3, beep 5. Did you show your adult 4 fingers? Good job. 1, beep 3, 4, 5. You showed your adult 2 fingers. Good job. You guys are such awesome mathematicians. Let's do a few more. 1, 2, 3, 4, beep. You show them 5 fingers. You guys are so smart. All right. One more. Let's do beep 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I tried to trick you. I did the same one again. Yeah. 1. Very good. I did not say the number 1. So let's do our number poems. And we've been doing it long enough that you don't need to do it after me. We don't need to do an echo anymore. You can do it with me. So say it with me and skywrite while I'm saying it. Ready? So we're going to start at the top. We're going to do 0 first. Curve from the top, be a hero, close the loop, and make a 0. One more time. Curve from the top, be a hero, close the loop, and make a 0. Good job. We just did 0. This one's easy peasy. We're going to do number 1. Top to bottom, now you're done. You just wrote the number 1. Top to bottom, now you're done. You just wrote the number 1. Good. Let's do 2. Ready? Half a moon. There's more to do. Slide to the right. Now that's a 2. Half a moon. There's more to do. Slide to the right. Now that's a 2. You ready for my favorite one? This is my favorite one. I love it. Backward C, backward C. You just made a 3. Backward C, backward C. You just made a 3. Great job. Now I'll hold these up so we have the cards, because it can be a little bit trickier, and you can trace on the card. Ready? Trace down the side, across the middle for fun, top to bottom. Now you're done. We just made the number 4. Trace down the side, across the middle. Miss Wiggles left the part out. Sorry. Let's try that again. Trace down the side, across the middle for fun, top to bottom. Now you're done. You just made a 4. Great. Trace down the side, curve like that, back back to the top. Now give it a hat. That's 5. Let's do 5 again. Trace down the side, curve like that, back to the top. Now give it a hat. Good job. Now we're going to make a 6. Monkey's tail needs a fix. Come on, let's make a 6. Monkey's tail needs a fix. Come on, let's make a 6. Good. We just made a 6. Across the sky, down from heaven, you just made a 7. Across the sky, down from heaven, you just made a 7. Good job. We just made 7. Okay, so now we're going to start on our problem set. If you want to pause the video and go watch the other video from our friend, you can, or if you just want to watch it afterwards for some extra practice, you can do that too. But we have counted to 7. Well, we counted till 6 on Friday, but we're counting to 7, so that's one more, and we can do that. So we're going to count to, we're going to color 7 beans. That means we're going to count to 7. Then we're going to draw a line to connect the beans that we colored because they all aren't in a nice, neat pattern. They aren't in nice, neat rows. They're a little messy, so they're scattered out. So we're going to color 7 beans. I'm going to underline 7 so we know we got to color 7. Then after we color 7 beans, we're going to do 2 strategies. We're going to do Miss Pickowitz's. We're going to count, touch each one as we count it to double check our work. And then we're also going to draw a line to connect the beans that we've already counted so we know which beans we've counted. So we're going to have 2 strategies when we double check our work. So we're going to be double checking our work. All right, so let's start coloring and count as we color. So I'm going to color 1 bean, 1 bean, 2 beans, 2 beans. I'm coloring 3 beans, 3 beans. And I'm coloring 4 beans, 4 beans. And I'm coloring 5 beans. And I'm coloring 6 beans. And I'm coloring 7 beans. All right, that was my direction. Color 7 beans. So now we're going to count, and we're going to touch each bean when we count it. And then we're going to draw a line to the next bean so we know we already counted. So 1 bean, draw a line. 2, draw a line. 3, draw a line. 4, draw a line. 5, draw a line. 6, draw a line. 7. Good. We know we counted all the beans and then we counted 7. So you know how I like to change my color. I'm going to get another color. And we're going to color 7 beans over here. So let's start coloring and counting. I got 1 bean, 2 beans, 3 beans, 4 beans, 5 beans, 6 beans, and 7 beans. Okay, now I didn't color all the beans, so I'm going to double check and make sure that I colored 7 because it said to color 7. But I see one here that I didn't color. but I counted to 7. So let's count and draw lines to make sure that we colored 7 beans. So 1, draw a line, 2, draw a line, 3, draw a line, 4, draw a line, 5, draw a line, 6, draw a line, 7. Good. We colored 7 beans. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Now we're going to color 7 beans. It just says color 7 beans. It doesn't say that we have to draw lines. We're going to color 7 beans, then we're going to double check our work, and we're going to count when we're done. So we'll start right here, and I'm going to color 1 bean, 2 beans, 3 beans, 4 beans, 5 beans, I've colored 5 beans, I've colored 5, and 6 beans, and 7 beans. So I've colored 7 beans, that's what the directions say. So I'm also going to double check my work because that's what I do. Even if the directions don't say it, I still double check my work. So I'm going to draw a line right here because I don't need to draw a line to everyone because they are arranged in a nice circle. But I do want to know where I started counting so I can keep track of that. So I'm going to draw my line, then I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to touch each one as I count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. We colored 7 beans. Now we're going to do that over here. We're going to count and we're going to color. So 1 bean, 2 beans, 3 beans, 4 beans, 5 beans, 6 beans, 7 beans. Okay, so I've colored 7 beans. At least that's what I counted. Still have one that I didn't color. So I'm going to double check and make sure that I counted and colored 7 beans. So I'm going to draw a line right here because I didn't color that one. So it would make sense to start right here. I'll draw my line so that I know where I started. And I'm going to touch each bean as I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we colored 7 beans. We followed the directions. If we'd have colored that bean, then we would not have colored 7 beans. We would have colored more than 7 beans, and I would not be following the directions. So, good job. Now we're going to come down here to the bottom of the paper, and we've got some dots and boxes, and the boxes underneath. The directions say count the dots in each box. So that's one thing we have to do. And the other directions say write the number. So they want us to do 2 things. We have to count the dots in each box, then we have to write the number underneath it. Are you ready? We're going to touch each dot when we count it. Then we're going to say our number poem as we write our number because it helps us know how to write our numbers. So here we go. 1, 2. I have 2 dots, so I'm going to make a 2. And I'm going to say half a moon. There's more to do. Slide to the right. Now that's a 2. Good. Now we're going to count these dots. 1, 2, 3. And I'm touching each dot when I count it. So I'm going to make a 3. Backward C, backward C. That's how you make a 3. Good. I'm going to touch these dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to come to the top of my box and I'm going to trace down the side and cross the middle for fun, top to bottom. Now you're done. You just made a 4. Next box. Touch each dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. I'm going to trace down the side, curve like that, back to the top. Now give it a hat. 5. Now we're going to count these dots, and I want you to see that there's 5. Well, let's count them first, then I'll tell you. Got a little secret to tell you. I got a little excited about my secret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one down here, 6. Yeah, so there's 5 dots in the top row. Just like on one hand you have 5 fingers. And they made a new row with 1 dot. So just like on your other hand, you'd have to start. You can't count past 5 on here. So they made a 5 group. So there's 5, 6. Good. So we're going to come right here. We're going to make a 6. Start at the top. Monkey tail's broken. Needs a fix. Come on, let's make a 6. Come right here and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're touching each dot. 6, 7. Good. So we got 5 in the top row, and we got 2 in the other row. So 5 and 2 are 7. We have 5 in the top because that's as many fingers as we have, so that's our 5 group. Then we have 2 more to make 7. 6, 7. So we're going to come right here at the top. We're going to go across the sky, down from heaven. That's how you make a 7. And when you come down, make sure you go down a hill. You want to go at a slant a little bit. So there you go. Now you're going to watch our learning video. Then you're going to work on this one on your own. Lesson 20 practice. Practice writing 7s and then fill in the missing numbers. Great job, boys and girls. I'll see you later. Bye, friends.